And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That run successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with three tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Well, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Fournette. Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 5. Now they'll throw with Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, 45 yards. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. Offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Herbert on first down now. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throw left side, complete. That's Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way!" and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On play action, now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans from 17 yards out. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point up and good by Succo. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On first down, Justin Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eckler now between the tackles. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
With the score tied 14-14.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Herbert. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. To try again after the sack. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Here's Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Herbert just beat the play clock. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 2-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans.
And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for
touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin, 38 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Extra point put through by Succo. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
developed into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Complete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Man open left side, it's Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert being chased out left. And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Herbert on third down now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
On fourth down, Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On second and 10, Brady airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance according to Next Gen Stats.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because any
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
Man open, here is Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 31. Fournette will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point put through by Suckham. And the lead is up to 18 now.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their...
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Las Vegas. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. They find some open field here. Touchdown, LA! Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Running on first down, Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Eckler again. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now,
got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. Hey, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw is Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From way up at the 23. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Charger drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Allen's got it complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 28. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ballgame, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
This is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From way up at the 23. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's got room. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now back to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. Rodgers again now. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Rodgers going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Crosby is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field.
He's got a man, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
throws it 1. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around it. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, 56-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, your first drive of the 1st quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the screen.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He's got a man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup to 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Mahomes to throw once more. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Kadarius Toney from 3 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
That's the score. Chiefs 28, Packers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 65 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Packers 14.
After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
These receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush, Dempsey.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Rodgers now on first down. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to come into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completed out left to Dobbs. Finding space at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
26. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A gain of 15 yards. Brought down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
It's a gain of 1.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From way up at the 23. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It's back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never do.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Rodgers again now. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan from 21 yards away. And the Packers get a bit closer. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Rodgers will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have made it a 3-score game now here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because
One team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, 39 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. They're on the 20-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.